bro. Don't forget, it ain't the first 48, bro. It's 60 minutes, bro.
You come with the king, you best not miss.
You're now locked into Zone 32.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Zone 32 podcast, episode 94. Oh, divisional round. Who we got up? The Texans? Oh,
who's here?
What?
It's episode 94.
Gonna say what? Yeah,
Sergio
episode
Kindle.
94. Yeah, Sergio Kindle. What you say, Drew? What you say you want to do, Drew, this weekend?
We're going to do the Sergio Kindle episode because I want to fall down the stairs drunk celebrating a win. So shout out Sergio Kindle. Second round pick, apparently was sleepwalking and fell down the stairs after he got drafted. Nobody believes that.
Longhorn legend.
Longhorn legend. Nobody's going to believe that I, fell down the stairs sleepwalking after.
I think Justin Tucker is the Longhorn legend.
Hey,
yeah.
Grant and Drew can tell everybody. Past couple of seasons, I've fallen down the steps a couple times on game days. So
that's your worst enemy. Will on game days versus stairs is a battle.
Will has two enemies. He's got his neighbor that parks his car in the street, and then he's got stairs while he's been drinking.
Yo, he still do that shit?
Probably.
I got issues with my neighbors and their parking. A lot of them.
Yo, please don't tell me he still do that shit, especially with the snow. That's dangerous.
Oh no, he does that. And then I have another neighbor who this bitch doesn't know how to park in between the lines. She'll park all over the fucking place to the point where I got so tired of it, I went and knocked on the door and told her husband, tell your wife to get her fucking ass out here and move the goddamn car. This is
not you knocked on the door.
Yeah, I knocked on the door and said, "Hey, get out."
That's some shit I would have did.
Car.
Will's got some Karen in him, in case anybody was wondering.
Next time she do it, leave
I
a
let
note
it
too.
slide so many times. She was over the goddamn line. She was over the line.
I could see Will if somebody's dog took a shit in his yard, him taking a shit in their yard.
No, listen.
I've heard.
There's a person in my neighborhood she has a small dog and she walks it around and she looks at her phone the whole time and the dog shits. And one time the dog shit on the sidewalk right in front of my house. So I walked out and said, "Hey," and she said, "What?" I said, "Fuck back over here and pick up that shit."
I've gotten unconfirmed reports from Will's area that he has to speak to the manager quite frequently at Starbucks.
I don't speak to the manager, but listen, if you're on the sidewalk, or if
Jake, save us.
The line, I'm gonna come tell you to fix it.
Yeah, and then you probably yell at people who leave their, you probably leave your shopping cart in parking spots.
Me? Oh hell no! I bring my shit all the way back up to the store.
Somebody did that shit in front of my mother's house before, and I said, "Excuse me, man." She was like, "Oh, I was gonna pick it up." She was not gonna pick that shit up. You better pick that shit up.
Right? Exactly.
Right. Had my daughter out there playing, stepping in shit. Then I gotta clean that shit up off her shoes. Oh, fuck that.
Exactly right. It's called.
All right. So our moderator joined. He's supposed to come in here and fucking corral us back, get us to the AFC divisional round that's coming up. So right now, active.
He's gone.
He left. He got bullied out. He got bullied out.
So
it's me, it's Will, it's Grant, Trippy, and then we have Big Dog Dad here as well. Jake keeps coming in and out, so maybe Jake's here, maybe Jake's not. I'm not too sure.
I left that part out.
Hello there. My fault.
Jake, you got Wally pipped for the intro. Trippy did a phenomenal job.
And just be clear, he fell asleep. It's 7:00 at his house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like 7:30 over here in this time zone. Yeah, I fucking passed out. I don't know how, but it did. It happened.
Guys been home from work for like an hour, and he fell asleep. Unbelievable.
Yep.
So Jake, I was getting ready to preview what is happening Saturday. If you would like to, pick it up.
Yes.
Trippy made a weird noise to start off, so you're good there.
Yeah, Trippy took over the intro duties because you don't know how to count down from 4. You have to go from 5.
That's only when Zay has a big day. Zay has a big day. I go to 4, but he doesn't have a big day. I do normal.
Are you under the weather?
No, last week I was. Today I'm fine.
You sound sick to me.
Might have a little bit of a bug still, but it's all right. Excuse me. It's all right. But anywho,
we can't say it's COVID because otherwise Jake will have a heart attack. So no allowed to mention COVID. Can't mention COVID-19 on the podcast. You can say a whole lot of other things, but can't say COVID-19. COVID-19.
That's right. Because you to find old Jake's thoughts on that, just watch old Dr. Ron Paul's YouTube channel. But enough of that shit. Because Saturday,
who's changed?
The first of the fucking divisional round games is happening. And it involves the Ravens and those barbecue people from Houston. the Houston Texans, M&T Bank Stadium. I believe, Will, you were posting some shit on the Twitter sphere or the X sphere, whatever the fuck it's called. The game's supposed to be very cold on Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
Well, that's an astute observation, Jake. I don't know if we could have gotten that kind of a weather analysis anywhere else. Thank you for letting us know.
Of course not.
No, it's not just cold. It's very, very cold. It's gonna be super cold.
This is remember, Drew, this is a significant factor given the Texans do play in a dome.
There we go. That's what I was trying to bully you into saying.
Jake, how many games have they played in the dome this year?
I saw your tweet. It was 12 out of their 18 games, correct? And they're 7-3 inside. So, and the reason why that's important to know is because dome teams like the Houston Texans are like albino kids. They can't play outside. So that is it's an important factor to know. I'm just saying, and I say this as a fellow pasty white person who doesn't do well outside. So, hey, there we go. Anyway, you know what to do. Drew, let's preview the game, man. Texans, Ravens.
We touched on this on the PSF stream. I am very confident going into this game. Ravens play their game and they win. CJ Stroud cannot beat Mike McDonald. Couldn't beat him at Ohio State. Couldn't beat him week 1 this year. Nico Collins, Michigan legend, is a very good wide receiver, but Brandon Stevens is, having a career year. I'm not too worried about the defense. Marlon maybe not playing could hurt a little bit, but again, I think Stevens, Darby, and Mollett step up there. Offensively, we're built to win in these cold weather games with a lot of wind, with Gus Edwards specifically. I feel like he has
Calvin Cook.
I feel like I'm gonna have to eat shit on that one. I have that tweet bookmarked, ready to say this was, this did not age well. So I'm ready to hold myself accountable because
there's people who bookmarked me saying no when he became available. When they said yes, I said no.
Difference between you and I is I will be the first one to hold myself accountable. No, nobody will beat me to saying this was a bad take.
Just to be clear, my take was no, but if EDC says it's a good thing, then I'm on board. So I think
my take was I wasn't moved, and if he does something to move me, then I'll happily say that I was wrong for not being moved.
I didn't have a strong take, a strong tweet about it, so I don't know that I can be held accountable to it. But
I'll do it. Don't worry. Media watchdog Drew. I got you.
I did feel the exact same way that you did.
Yeah. I just put it in much more strong words in writing, but it is what it is. I don't think that there is a conceivable way that the Ravens go in and play their game and lose. Is that arrogance, cockiness? I don't know. I mean, again, any given Sunday or Saturday in this case, anything can happen. But I just don't think the Texans are built to build the Ravens. She's built to beat the Ravens. A little bit of bourbon flowing, as we can tell. But
I thought I was the one who just woke up.
Yeah,
slurring my words and nobody Drew.
Nobody actually.
Ball hair coming out your face and shit.
Yeah,
looking like your beard looks like your beard looks like the glued on beard from Jackass 2, motherfucker. Looking like
if you show up on time, you can talk shit, but you're like George Pickens, no show and big spots. So this is our biggest episode of the year.
Why do you gotta bring George into? Why do you gotta bring George into this with that diet beard? You got that diet beard, and you gotta bring George into it.
Oh, so now the Ginger's talking shit. What the fuck's going on here? What is this? The fucking red-haired crew banging up on me?
Gingers unite against the fucking
no soul between the two of you.
The bald-haired bearded man.
I take a little pot shot at your boyfriend George Pickens, and all of a sudden we go off the rails here. It's not my fault that he didn't show up on Sunday, Monday, whatever fucking day.
Anyways, back on track here. Now on Saturday, I think that like I had mentioned before, like the Texans are hot right now, but I think like you guys had said that the cold weather thing, I think that's a huge factor and that benefits Baltimore. And like, Houston's not capable of playing in that. CJ Stroud hasn't had to play in that in a while. And, I think it brings a different element when you look at our defense and the way our defense is playing. And for the first time in a long time, I think we can say that we're pretty damn near fully healthy going into this. The Marlon Humphrey thing, what is it? How long is it? How sustainable is it? Is it something where, he's kind of, a vet at where he's at late in the season? He's getting a couple extra days to prep. He's got tomorrow and then Friday. So, what is it at this point? We don't know. But all in all, I think we're pretty healthy. Mark Andrews getting a full practice in was pretty dope. So that's on a good pace for us. And I think Lamar is locked the fuck in. And like, we've seen athletes get locked in before. We've seen players say they're locked in. We've seen players go in runs. We've seen all this stuff, but he is like zone the fuck in focus. Like he wants this so
he's
bad.
Responding to prayer chains on Twitter. He's responding to prayer chains on Twitter. This is how you know Lamar's ready to go. Anytime he tweets amen or Johnny or whatever the fuck what's going on there, like he's ready to go.
He's ready to go. And my thing too is on the Dalvin Cook thing. You all know I was all on board for that. Like the risk was nothing compared to the reward. And I don't think EDC, like I said before, brings him in unless there's a purpose, and that purpose could be.
Grant suddenly a big EDC guy. Oh, look at this guy.
I've been saying it since the beginning of the season, actually since off season. Once he fucking made the moves, it's about time.
Grant, you were on record. Hold on, you were on record saying Gerald Jones, and that's Jerry Jones' actual first name, which is fucking wild. And I learned that today. But you said after Gerald Wayne Jones Sr. acquired Brandon Cooks that he was a significantly better GM than Eric DaCosta.
Did Brandon Cooks have a good year?
Did Odell Beckham have a good year? Did Zay Flowers have a good year? Is Dak Prescott going to win an MVP? Who got blown the fuck out by Jordan Love at home?
Anyway, take it for what it is. Whatever. Take that diet fucking beard out of here. But we have to look at it.
Catching flack for no reason.
It is. I can see your shirt. Like where your beard is, I can see your shirt.
What?
Drew's got a good beard. I don't know why we're shitting on Drew's beard.
I don't know.
You can see his shirt through it.
It's a white shirt, you retard.
Hey, go ahead.
Here we go. 5 minutes in, I'm dropping a retard to you.
Yeah.
Off the rails.
Is the wind blowing in there or what?
Yeah.
But seriously about the game, I think we should dominate this game. It's a playoff game. We don't know what's going to happen. What they're going to throw at us or whatever. They're playing confident right now, but I think that we are the team to beat, and I think Baltimore is the favorite to win the Super Bowl. And I think right now we win this game. I think KC comes into town. I think it's going to be a show, and I think we're going to put it on them.
All right, so I want to be very clear. I have predicted the Texans season to the letter so far. And I said a long time ago, I don't know how many weeks ago, I said the team that I least want to see in the wild card round is the Texans. And I honestly think that the Texans had the best wild card round. They came out and beat the shit out of who the fuck were they?
The Browns.
The Browns. Yeah, who were supposedly a Super Bowl contender, right? I didn't buy that, but the Texans imposed their will on them, 45-14. And I said, I'm fine playing the Texans in the second round of the playoffs because I feel like they're going to use up all the juice they have on that first game because the Texans are going to be really, really good for a long time. They have all the ingredients to be a contender in the AFC for the next 5 years.
Yeah, weak division, decent quarterback. Like they're good for the future, but this is not the future. This is now.
Good defense.
I think he's better than a decent quarterback, though. I think we can say that.
No, yeah. For sure.
But by decent quarterback, I mean somebody that you can actually build around. That he's not showing the the Baker Mayfield 1 year wonder stuff. Like he's got a good base to go off of.
He's a quarterback. You can trust to win playoff games. He just
doesn't turn the ball over, which is the one thing that you want out of a rookie quarterback.
The thing that impresses the most about me is the grasp on the locker room and the way that some of the veterans even gravitate to him. Speaks a lot on his approach to practice, his approach to games. For a rookie to come in like that, that's super impressive.
So
yeah, he was used to getting the shit kicked out of him in college.
Yeah. So my read on the team was this is a team that no one respected coming in. Chip on their shoulder from the fucking top down. They proved it. They won their division. They didn't sneak in a wild card. They won their division. They beat the fuck out of the Browns, who, I think people gave a lot of credit to. It's a team with a really good defense, with an offense that sort of caught lightning in a bottle. Wasn't a good offense, but caught lightning in a bottle. And the proof is in the pudding. They fired their offensive coordinator, their running backs coach, their tight ends coach today.
They played nobody in that stretch where Flacco went ballistic. They didn't play anybody good. The only good team that they played in that stretch was the Texans, and Texans didn't have Stroud playing. So it was fool's gold. I mean, Flacco's 40 years old, and he did. I know that this is going to drive people nuts because you tweeted it, and the fucking white hood community got real pissed off. But That's what Joe Flacco does. He throws games away.
Yeah.
That's what he's always done, and he's fucking 40 years old now.
Right.
Him and his dumbass dad,
Yeah.
Steve, can go fucking play catch in the snow and shut the fuck up now. Like,
Yeah.
you're done. Go home.
Steve talking about how it was never like that in Baltimore. I don't know if Steve ever went to a game then.
Well, I actually
We should sign Joe Flacco as like a consultant, offensive coaching.
I mean, I read this online. This is not my own opinion, but people pointed out that maybe Steve was talking about the color of the crowd in Cleveland, and that it was, well, Baltimore's never that white, which is fair.
Considering where the Flacco family's from, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But
yeah, there were certain organizations founded there. They like white hoods, and Lindsay OKKK is one of their leading members now. So
yeah,
just you can go from there.
As the foremost expert on this Texans season, I would say they are going to come in to Baltimore. Number one, from a talent perspective, it's not close. As far as development's concerned, like the Texans are a team with a lot of talent. Very young, raw talent that really, I think, is going to...
They have one position they're better than us at right now, and that's left tackle. That's it.
They're going to turn into a formidable, I think, adversary for the next few years. But right now, they're way ahead of schedule. And I was saying this, I think, on the PSF stream, that they kind of remind me of the Orioles, where it's like they're kind of loaded, but at the same time, they're really young. So they're not really ready right now to go further than where they are. So
actually, I was thinking about this. The Orioles is a good comparison too, because the Orioles lack pitching, and that's what wins in the playoffs. The Texans don't have a run game, and that's what wins in the playoffs.
Yeah. So like I'm not trying to make it about the Orioles or anything. I'm just saying like the Orioles were
but it's a good comparison.
Yeah, the Orioles were a really good team that got overmatched in the playoffs and in the second round of the playoffs. So I think that the Texans, while they're a good team and they could beat a lot of teams, even playoff teams right now, they're up against their worst possible matchup. So I think they're going to walk into Baltimore, and it's going to be very convincing win for the personal.
They're going to get punched in the mouth the way they haven't been punched in the mouth since week one. And that's the other thing too, is like we've already beat them this year, and I understand that they were young and not the same team that they are now, but we're not the same team either.
No,
so we beat them 25. We beat them 25-9 week one. I would say our offense is 10 times better than it was in week one. And I would even say the defense has gotten better since
100%,
then.
100%.
So
that'll test a team from top to bottom. Even the special teams. Special teams is the one unit we all had an issue with, and said if the special teams keeps playing the way they have been, they're going to lose us a game in the playoffs when it matters. The special teams has really locked it down, I think, and been good for the past month. So, I just don't see the Texans coming in and challenging the Ravens to a point where they can push the right buttons and find the weak spot with this team. The only team I see being a bad matchup, and it's not even like I'm worried that we're going to lose the game, but the worst matchup of the field right now is the Bills.
And I don't even see if the Ravens lose, and this is like a doomsday scenario here. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's because they turn the ball over. Yeah. And the Bills are the only team in the playoff that turn the ball over, way more than us. So I'm not. They don't even register on my radar. I think they get their fucking doors blown off by the Chiefs. But
we'll see.
That's another conversation for another day. But if the Ravens don't turn the ball over, they win. I think that it's really that simple. All the games that we lose, we have stupid turnovers. And stupid turnovers lead to our offense being stagnant and not scoring points. And it leads to short fields, and you can only hold up against a short field so many times as a defense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's going to be so. This is where the mental gymnastics are gonna come in for Lamar haters. I think the defense is going to be like legendarily shut down. They're going to create turnovers, score points. I think this defense is going to shove their cock down people's throats. Sorry if any of the DaCosta children are listening to this. I understand apparently that they listen to this in the car with their mom, but I feel like the Ravens defense is going to just abuse other teams in the playoffs.
You wrote the blueprint for what Lamar haters are going to say about JJ McCarthy, because it'll be the same thing. It'll be the same song and dance. It'll be carried by an elite team, didn't throw the ball. I don't think Lamar is going to have to throw the ball a ton to win this game.
Right.
I think Gus
No,
Edwards
we're
is your key on offense. I don't think that the Texans
and Dalvin
really.
Cook is such a huge wild card. Having him, that's it's a weapon that we haven't had. A guy who
This is not me trying to cling to an old take, but it's Gus Edwards. I think he's your playoff X factor.
all I'm saying
He's the
is-
guy on your
all I'm
roster that's
saying
built for
is
playoff
a
football.
second option. We have not had a guy like Dalvin Cook,
No.
where
Well-
he's a guy you can have on the field on any down. So it's like right
That
now,
Keaton Mitchell guy was pretty good. I remember him.
but Keaton Mitchell still at the same time. Keaton Mitchell he's on the field and he's a guy who cuts it outside and can blow away a defense. But Dalvin Cook is a guy who has over a career now. So what he's in year 7 or 8, right? He can catch the ball.
No,
Can run
he
the
was
ball.
2017.
Okay, so he's in year 7.
Yeah.
So
You're 7 or 8. 7 is one of those.
he
That's
can
fine,
catch
right?
the ball, run the ball. He can run.
I was just saying when he was drafted.
He has put up, close to 2,000 yards of all-purpose yards. He's a guy as far as the Ravens are concerned, he kind of he can take on the role of any of the guys we have right now. Not that I'm saying he's going to replace them, but when he's on the field, you don't know what's coming when he's on the field, and you can have him on the field with one of those guys too. So Gus Edwards and him on the field at the same time. So I don't know. It's just it's a new wrinkle, and for Todd Monken, I'm sure it's fun to.
And Mark Andrews is looking like he's coming back too.
Yep.
We've talked about playoff Odell for 3 or 4 weeks now, and
I bet Odell for first touchdown score today.
Yeah, I don't think that's all that crazy to think that we're going to see the Rams Odell.
Right.
That guy that really made a huge difference for them in the playoffs till he tore his ACL.
Well, and we didn't mention this, and I think we didn't mention. I think it happened the next morning after we recorded last week, but his contract was restructured to create space now to the point where it has pushed a $50 million cap hit to 2025 if he's not on the roster on March 14th, or if he is on the roster March 14th, 2024. So, in my opinion, that tells you that there's a lot of dialogue going on with them to create an extension, a contract that is obviously more realistic for both parties. So
I read the contract, or I read up more on it. I had a different take on it when the news first came out. All that really essentially did was that initially his contract had a void date of February 15th or something like that. Yeah. And it pushed that void date to March 14th.
Right. It gave an extra money.
That seems to me like Odell and the Ravens talked, and they're like, we want to get this done, but we want to focus on winning a Super Bowl. So let's kick the can down the road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact that Odell was like, let's do it, tells me he wants to be here. He wants to win. It's not about money. It's not about all that. Right now, it's win. It's focus on the game. So all those things, everything that's coming out, it feels like we're rooting for a different team than a year ago, because last year it was we're guessing about which guy doesn't want to be here, does want to be here. I mean, this is so much more fun. So
we're guessing about who's going to contribute rather than does this person want to kill themselves for being in Baltimore.
Yeah. Well, and Odell's having fun. But no, I wanted to touch base on. I wanted to say on the Dalvin Cook thing. One of the things that brings a dynamic to him is the way he runs inside the tackles, his explosiveness when he gets downhill quick, and the way that we run RPOs with Lamar. It makes Lamar more dangerous on those outside runs for him to be able to die on those dives. We haven't had that. Gus hasn't had that explosiveness. He's been the power guy. He's going to carry people and he's going to get the short yardage stuff, but he hasn't had the through the line burst. And Keaton had that. But now we've got that with Dalvin, but Dalvin's more of an inside runner than Keaton was, but Dalvin can also run those outside zones or, off tackle stuff. And I think we do the way that Likely's been playing and you got Mark Andrews back, we're going to see a lot of 2 tight end sets. We're going to dominate the game on the ground, and we're going to have to dominate the game on the ground. And I think it's going to be a mix of Lamar, Zay on some sweeps, Gus, Hill, and Cook. I mean, I think everybody's going to get involved, but I think that we're just going to completely control the game on the ground. Time of possession, we're going to dominate time of possession.
Great. Grant, don't you think that? So the concern, I think, from a lot of people is with Dalvin Cook coming in, it's mesh point chemistry. And I think they can overcome that by when Dalvin Cook is in the game, they can give you an RPO look while basically the play's set. So like you're giving an RPO look and people are gonna crash inside on a Dalvin Cook inside handoff, right? But the play the entire time is pull it back, Lamar outside, or pull it back, Lamar slant to Isaiah Likely, or whatever the case may be. So it looks like it's an option play where it's not an option play.
So RPO without the O. So
Yeah.
RP.
Right.
That's also called play action in some league circles.
But the fact that they run RPO the way they do so frequently, and they can interchange Dalvin Cook. When Dalvin Cook's on the field, they're gonna key in on what he's good at. So
I think the problem with all this talk is like I legitimately am expecting to be there on Saturday and see Dalvin Cook play like 4 snaps. I don't think that the way Harbaugh seems to function is he says this guy, oh yeah, he looks great in practice. Yeah, we're definitely going to make him a big part of the offense, and then he gets no looks. And I just think that that's what we're seeing with Dalvin Cook is that he's a name. He's something you can put out in the media, and the other team's going to have to pay attention to it. But he really hasn't been here.
4 snaps or 4 carries. I could see him getting 4 carries.
I could see him getting like 2 touches, and everybody forgets that he's on the team. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing because again, you signed him last week.
Give him a shot early. Give him a shot early, though. If you're going to play him, give him a shot early. Give him a carry early and see like what juice he's got. Like just get him.
When we get up big, let him fucking get 10 carries for all I care. If the game's out of hand, who the fuck cares what's going on at that point? And those are your 2 ways to approach it. Is that you like you said, try to get him in early, and if he busts his first carry for 10 yards, maybe you give him a couple more, or you wait until you're up 2 scores and you're going to be running the ball 3 times anyway. So fucking see what the guy's got left. I mean, either way, it's a win-win for the Ravens. I think Dalvin Cook is as big of a factor as people are making him out to be.
Well, I
think he's gonna be a bigger factor next week than this week.
Yeah, that theory I can buy into. I just don't think that Saturday I'm expecting Dalvin Cook to be at all part of the offense.
I'm not saying he's going to be a major factor. I'm just saying when he's on the field, the fact that people are concerned about a mesh point issue, I think that's overblown because you can have him on the field and make it look like it's a play where there's a mesh point that matters, and it's never going to be a handoff, or it is going to be a handoff with no other option. So I think like they can eliminate the chemistry issue by just simplifying the play, whereas the defense is going to expect it to be more complicated than it is. That's all.
Yeah, that's fine. But again, I think we're talking like 5 plays here. Like I just don't think it's that big of a deal.
With Dalvin Cook, 5 plays is fine. But Dalvin Cook has the potential to break any play for a touchdown or a big play. Whereas like, you have, we've had a revolving door of running backs over the past 3 years. And I think Dalvin Cook by far is the most capable and exciting of all those guys that we've brought in.
I feel like we're having the mystery box sketch from Family Guy discussion here of we have a boat in front of us. We have Gus Edwards, we have Justice Hill, who have gotten us to this point. Like we know what they are. We know they're capable runners. And then we have, the mystery box, and his name's Dalvin Cook. And it could be anything. It could be a boat. It could be $1 million. But like, we really don't know what it is.
Well,
so we're spending time, like, as a fan base, I'm saying, like, in general, people are, fantasizing about Dalvin Cook again, tweeting out FSU highlights, tweeting out 2019 highlights from the fucking Vikings. Like, that's not the guy we got. And if he comes in and gives us anything, it's better than what Melvin Gordon gave us. Like, that's fine. I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying that if we're going to win games and we're going to go deep in the playoffs, it's because Gus Edwards does something. Like, that's your guy.
Listen, I'm not suggesting that Dalvin Cook's going to replace him, but all I'm saying is that
you're not, but people are. I think that's
All right, fair enough.
Dalvin Cook had his black Air Forces on today, man. He coming in here. He going to cook Saturday.
I like that.
He on a mission.
Black Air Forces are scary,
Yeah,
that could mean a lot of things.
I think I might change my opinion.
Black Air Forces, flannel sheets, and a revolver. Like you got a real issue going on. People might not leave their houses for a couple weeks with that combo.
Might never walk their dog again. You never know.
Yeah, might be scared for 3 or 4 years in tweet.
Were those sheets or was that your shirt?
Fuck you, Grant. Unbelievable. I wear a fucking flannel Carhartt. It's fucking 23 degrees and snowed yesterday here. And everyone's like, "Oh, why are you dressed up?" Who the fuck wears a Carhartt to be dressed up? A flannel shirt.
Who the fuck dresses casual to Zone 32?
So now I'm wearing my, fucking Tony Soprano, fucking tracksuit. Like, what do you want from me? I'm a fucking fat white guy in New England. Leave me alone. My God.
The best thing is that I said like one thing to you, and before we got on here, you turned your camera off and changed clothes. I bullied you for 2 seconds.
Would you want to see me take my shirt off on camera? Are we doing that? You're not dodging a lot of allegations that I made recently here with this line of talk.
You seem to be inferring a Zone 32 after hours kind of segment.
Yeah, we're not available on OnlyFans yet, as far as I know.
We are not. So,
I mean, maybe that's a future business move, but not at the moment.
Perhaps. But
Zone 32 calendar coming soon.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. October.
Yeah,
Drew's Mr. October.
So, I mean, I feel like probably
we got 2 people. Well, we got 3 really, because we haven't really heard a breakdown from Jake. But we got Big Dog Dad hasn't given his thoughts on the game, and Trippy hasn't really given us his thoughts on the game either. So I'd like to hear theirs.
I'll let y'all go first as the humble host. Trippy, get it, son.
Well, my thoughts on this game is got a lot of Texans fans on Twitter talking a lot of shit, talking about that was CJ Stroud first game, this and that. Understandable. I mean, he put up decent numbers. I mean, I feel like that was Lamar's first game in the Todd Monken offense because we ain't really see him in the preseason. So we put up 25 points. Why we can't put up more? Matter of fact, why we can't beat the shit out the Texans? You feel me? Like, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, the Browns, they was bragging about how they was the number 1 defense. I guess the Texans going off of that, thinking they can come in the bank and still our joy, but I don't see that shit happening. I feel like
big win. I'm with you. I'm feeling.
Yeah, I had to pause. I had to pause for a minute because I was about to get my score prediction, but I was trying to wait. You feel me? But
I know what your score prediction is, and I love it. So
I feel like we're gonna beat the shit out of the Texans. Like, not to be cocky. Like, I know some fans.
When it's your turn to give your score prediction, can I predict what I think you're going to predict?
He's already said it. He's already said it to you like 3 different places.
He will give a different score. I guarantee you.
I promise you. Okay, are we thinking the same score here?
I know what I know what I've heard him say.
That's what he's going to predict.
Yeah, I probably.
Trippy's a man of consistency.
No,
right.
Don't fucking switch it now, Trippy. Don't make me look dumb.
I ain't gonna switch it.
I watched Trippy pregame for this podcast, and anything's possible.
I'm just telling you, he's a man of principles and consistency, and that's his score. So,
all right, let's hear what Big Dog Dad has to say, and then I want to hear what Jake has to say. We don't get a lot of breakdown from Jake.
I think if we get the ball first, then we don't lose the lead the whole game. If they get the ball first, I think they could score first. Just get some pregame jitters out of the way. But I think we just put the pedal to the metal and don't look back. Heavy rush. I like a lot of 2 tight end sets now that Andrews is healthy. I think it's just going to be domination. I think it's going to be a no-brainer.
Don't give a score.
No doubt about it. No
so basically what you're saying is that if the Texans get the ball first, this might be a game for a quarter. And if the Ravens get the ball first, it's not going to be a game at all.
I wouldn't even say a quarter. I would just say
if they put points on the board first, they might look good for like 6 minutes. Otherwise, they're fine.
What Big Dog Dad is saying is you might win your wire-to-wire bet.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been putting a lot more money into that than the fucking Patrick Ricard one because I put $32 on it every fucking week. Yeah. Every fucking week they lose a quarter.
It's 60 minutes bet.
I could see a 7-7 first quarter, but
no, that's bad. We don't want a 7-7
I don't want that either, but I could see it if they get the ball first.
Yeah, so that's I'm honestly with you there that if the Texans are going to at all look like they might win this game, it's because they score in the first 5 minutes of the game. And so like people are, a little bit, I don't want to say worried is the right word, but yeah.
They're gonna have a really good game script to start if they get the ball first. Now, if we get
Who on their offense really scares you though? I mean, they don't really have that Jordan kid that's their tight end. Like he doesn't do anything for me. Again, I love
Collins is really good,
Well,
but
I love
that's
Nico
the only
Collins.
one. Nico Collins. That's the
But
only
he's one guy.
That's it.
He's one
That's
guy.
it. Because
I feel
Kyle
like he
Hamilton's
still
been
won't-
shutting down tight
right,
ends. Kyle
right.
Hamilton's going to neutralize.
I feel like
So
Nico
Cole-
Collins still won't get his yards. You feel me? But other than
Yeah, but
that,
if-
I feel like
So, like,
Yeah.
remember the whole, defending LeBron and Jordan and Kobe argument in basketball is that, like, they're going to get theirs. And as long as you don't let somebody else beat you, you're fine.
exactly.
And it's the same thing with Nico Collins. Like, sure, CJ Stroud might throw for 200 yards and a touchdown, but who the fuck cares if we put up 40 points? Like, why does it matter if he scores a touchdown?
Stroud might put up 350 yards in a touchdown. It doesn't fucking
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, if they're meaningless yards, who the fuck cares? If they're not punching the ball in for 7, then I'm not worried. That we're gonna win. If it's a field goal battle, we win that 10 times out of 10. They're not built for that.
Empty calories. That
The only thing that scares me with the Texans is that CJ Stroud can hit a deep ball here and there, and if it's we turn the ball over a lot and they keep getting short looks and CJ Stroud's throwing, 25, 30-yard passes to CJ Stroud. Like, yeah, maybe, or CJ Stroud's throwing, Jesus Christ, throwing 25, 30-yard passes to Nico Collins, when he feels like it. And they put up, they get up 14 on us. Like, maybe I'm going to get a little bit worried, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
They just, that doesn't seem like the way that we play this year.
You know who I think a key to this game is on the defense is Marcus Williams, because I think he's going to prowl. So he's going to be,
he's looked much better the last couple of weeks. I know I don't want to say we were tough on him, but it was kind of that discussion of like, would we rather have a fully healthy Geno Stone than a 50% Marcus Williams? But he's looking much more like a 75, 80% Marcus Williams, which is a fucking problem for the league.
And he's had a couple of weeks off too. So I mean, he's getting healthier. And also, I want to see Pepe Williams get more involvement too. I mean,
he's on IR.
He's done for the year.
He's on IR done for the year.
Come on, Grant.
No, I mean,
he on the IR. He's on the IR, Grant.
I meant
Ardarius.
I meant Ardarius Washington. But I want to see him get more involvement now that he's going to be active. I feel like he's going to be active. And I think that that's important too, because we need to. I feel confident with Darby. I think Darby's been playing great.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's important to get some of those guys in that we might need later, deeper into the playoffs. Even though we do have a first round bye, but man, there's still 2 more weeks, and a lot can happen in 2 more weeks.
Right, and you play for another bye, because if you win 2 games, you get another week off. So
yeah.
Yeah, rumor has it if the Ravens win 2 games, they're in the Super Bowl. So I don't know. That's just unconfirmed facts.
Listen, all I'm saying is, like Marlon Humphrey, it looks like he's not playing this week, right? He hasn't.
Yeah, this is the game for him to miss. Like we said, I don't think this is the one that hurts us.
Right.
As long as Brandon Stevens is 100% solid.
It looks like they practice every day. The only people that haven't practiced are Tylen, Delshon Phillips, and then Marlins. So if you're practicing, I would imagine you're playing.
Tylen not being healthy kind of scares me, but I think we can probably touch on that with the special team stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Duvernay probably come in.
Duvernay's which is
I'm not a fan of.
Like, who cares, really? Like, he's the.
I actually think he's a net negative to the team. And I'm not really thrilled that he's healthy and Tylen Wallace is not, but we'll live with that if that's what happens.
But when you're talking about, okay, it's not like Tylen Wallace is healthy and they're saying Duvernay is going to be ahead of him. It's Tylen Wallace is not healthy, so Duvernay is going to be ahead of him. And Duvernay obviously has been an All-Pro returner. He's been effective. So, there's worse alternatives than Devin Duvernay at kick return. So,
well, and Tylen Wallace should return punts. Duvernay should return kicks if you're going to give them a share.
Right, but
it's more that Wallace might not play.
And Justice Hill has done a good job at returning kicks too. So
yeah,
Dalvin Cook factors in there.
Do you take a shot at putting Zay back there?
Mm-mm.
If the situation calls for it, yes. But I
think
I'm not putting Zay back there if it's 14-0 Ravens. Like why? No.
I mean, if you need if there's if it's a flip the field position where they're pinned and they're not trying to pin us and they're kicking deep, and put him in and let him work in open field. Just see, I mean, if you're working with injuries
Can't
right now,
hurt.
just to like overhear somebody, why not?
I also think we haven't touched on this, but if Mark Andrews is truly 100% healthy and ready to play, I think Isaiah Likely getting snaps over Rashad Bateman also helps the offense. I don't think anybody's really touched on that.
Well,
but
no, that's like Big Dog Dad
Big
said.
Dog Dad said the 2 tight end sets is
Yeah.
that's the move.
Utilize it. And that's what
Yeah.
I mean too with when I said we were going to go run heavy and we're going to dominate the game on the ground. That's in those 2 tight end sets, and that also opens up a lot in the passing game with those 2 tight end sets too, because you have to honor a lot more than just if you got Charlie Kohler and Likely in there. Now you have Likely as a threat. The league knows he's a threat. He's a playmaker, and then you got Andrews back, who is the ultimate playmaker at tight end.
Likely is what we wanted Darren Waller to be when he was here, and that's a very good thing. He is that big body that causes matchup problems with linebackers and safeties and corners. And he's got speed.
You could go back to Ed Dixon for that. I think Ed Dixon was like one of the first that we tried that with, because we got Pitta and Dixon, but Dixon was more like the move Y.
Yeah. I mean, it's the and again Waller. I would say that was their idea with Hurst and Andrews as well. And this might be the first time it works out, that we have 2 healthy guys who are capable of producing at a high level at tight end position.
I mean, they did pretty well in 2019, Hurst and Andrews, but I think that Likely is obviously an upgrade over Hurst.
No, 100%.
He's tougher. He's tougher. He gets the tough yards. He gets the tough catches. Like, he's more dependable.
He's a playmaker, and I would not say Hurst was. So
all right.
Yeah. Do we do jerseys and scores?
Yeah, I think so.
Before we do that, I'll go ahead and give my analysis and segue into that.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and do that. This is how. Okay.
Until you say something stupid, I'm going to mute you.
That's fine. So either way, I mean, this isn't the same they're right in that this isn't the same Texans team that we beat down week 1. But that being said, this isn't the same Ravens team that played that Texans team. The only similarity is Marlon's probably not. Mark Andrews comes back. You guys touched on it. That's a dangerous two tight end set that I don't think they'll be able to defend. Even if you go with like a 3 tight end set where you have Kohler, Andrews, and Likely on the field for power, they don't have the backers that can keep up with any of those dudes. So there's that offensively. I think you're right. They'll probably run the ball down their throats. That Browns defense, good for them. They're number 1 in yards. You know what happens to teams that give up the fewest yards in the league? Nothing. It's a fucking nothing stat, because you don't win and lose games based off of fucking yards that you're giving up. You win and lose games based off of points. And they were not the number 1 defense in terms of points in the league. They're actually terrible on the run. Not on the run, but on the road. That Houston offense, if you go back to watching that game, a lot of those plays were just broken plays. Brevin Jordan running down the sideline, 79-yard touchdown. Dalton Schultz carrying the 30 or 40-yarder over the shoulder. I think he might have dropped it. But either way, I mean, they got beat off of a lot of cheap, unfundamental plays, a lot of broken plays. So they got down the field very easily because that Browns defense played like shit. And then old January Joe came back and looked like the same dude who after he tore his knee from the Mark Trestman fucking Marty Morningweg gear. Looked like shit. So all things considered, great for the Texans. Good for them getting their first win. But this is a whole different beast. You got to imagine they're still young. Mike McDonald has some things in his bag that I got to imagine he hasn't revealed yet. So CJ Stroud's going to see some things that might cause him to turn the ball over at least once. And just to get into score predictions and jersey picks, I'm going purple jerseys, black pants, Ravens dub, 20-17. That's how we're segueing into the next segment. Drew, what say you?
All right, so I got purple jerseys, white pants. I had an in-depth conversation with the Ravens graphics guy, and he confirmed for me that he not only controls the uniforms, but also the roster. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to go with him and say purple jerseys, white pants. And I got the Ravens winning 31-14. Trippy, why don't you go next since I know what your score is?
I'm going to go purple tops, white bottoms, Ravens 42, Texans 17.
God damn it. I thought you would have
Suck my dick, Will. Suck my dick, Will. I knew it. Thank you, Trippy. Grant, what are your thoughts? We lose Grant.
You're on mute, you fucking
I was
idiot.
on mute. I think we're gonna double them up.
You and Tom, you fucking 50-year-old idiots.
Hey, I'm not doing fucking high knees through across the screen while we're doing a podcast. But
that did happen.
I mean, I think we're gonna double them up score wise. Like I'm going 34-17. I think we are in the 30s. I think we maintain that. Jersey combo. I think we're going purple on black because I think I would like to save the black on black for the AFC Championship game, but we need to bust out something dark.
We did have a source, Will and I, that told us that the end zone is black and purple right now. I'm not fully convinced of this source's authenticity. He's had some questionable actions in the past, but just if he's right, then I think Grant might be right on the jersey combo, but I'm still going purple white.
All right. I'm gonna okay.
We're gonna let Big Dog Dad go first because you close out the jerseys every week.
No, I'm not giving my picks. I'm just gonna ruin the podcast and make everyone repeat their picks because I forgot to write them down. Jake, what's your score? Are you?
I forget. Did I say 20? Did I say 28-17 or 20? I'm going 28-17. 28-17.
28-17. And what was your jersey combo?
Purple jerseys, black pants.
And then I went purple white 31-17. Trippy went purple white 42-17.
He went purple white, right?
Yes.
42-17.
Yep, that was for Trippy. Grant went 34-17 and went purple black.
Big Dog Dad, your turn.
I'm going 30-20, and I'm going purple white, purple tops, white bottoms.
Fair. And then
So yeah, that's fair.
30-20 is a kind of a wild score.
I don't hate it though.
Hey, it's a
Playoffs,
win.
wild shit happens.
Yeah.
As long as it's a win.
All right.
Hold on.
I already know.
For breakfast, Carrot, if you make it this far in the podcast, if it's a 9.5 point spread and the Ravens win 30-20, they do cover in that situation.
Okay, so
Just
that segues perfectly to my prediction here. I said I was going to be around that number. I said I liked Trippy's alt spread Ravens 11.5. I'm going to go Ravens 34-17. So
you have the same score as Grant.
Shit, yeah. So me and Grant and
Will's
on
like
board.
Will's got like the fucking Zach Galifianakis Rain Man thing going here, looking at his score, and it's the same one that Grant gave.
Oh, listen, I told you I didn't listen the first time. I just typed it. So yeah,
I was on mute.
4-17. Actually, you know what? What I meant to say was 34-20. So I'm going to change that because I was trying to go for a 14-point spread there. So anyway,
34 minus 17 is not 14 for the children at home.
Yeah. Listen,
stay in school.
Listen, it was a snow day around here. So
we can tell.
34-20, purple jerseys, white pants. Today I baited, I don't know, 80,000 people into thinking that it was the Ravens announcing their jersey combination for this week.
Yeah, and it was not.
No, it was the combination for the Steelers game week 18. So that just proves all these people that say that nobody knows who I am. Everyone comes to me for jersey combination announcement. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, because Trippy and I have been right far more than you have this year. So new sheriff in town, but it's fine. I'll let you have it.
I don't know that, but
all right, we can run the numbers if you want.
That's right.
Sure can.
Yeah, I mean, who said purple white first? Just for clarity's sake.
Well, if you look at Twitter, I did.
I did, idiot.
I don't know. Prove it.
Would you like me to pull timestamps? I posted a picture of the graphic that I have in my background. And I said this tells me two things: Ravens are going purple white for jersey combination, and Patrick.
That's what we did.
Well,
that's what we did in 2019.
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now, live on the podcast, live, and I have a witness standing next to me.
Okay, you did that this morning. I did that 2 days ago. So
I actually did it more than 2 days ago. You fucking idiot! You're so stupid. You fell into my trap. Hold on.
Okay. You should have had this ready if it was a trap. So clearly you just lucked into something here.
2 days ago. So yours was on January 15th. That's Monday at 9:05 p.m.
Martin Luther King Day. Rest in peace. Yours was this morning.
You are mistaken.
No. I can't wait till it says Will's tweeted it at like 9:07.
Hold on.
Are you photoshopping tweets here?
No.
It's okay to be wrong. You just got to own it. So you actually tagged me in a tweet and said, I agree with Drew's prediction. It's going to be this when somebody asked you what the combination was going to be. So
That's
Because I know I'm right.
fine if I said it before that, but you're right. I did say
Yeah.
I think Drew Band is right, and they go perfect this week.
Real
and
shame.
That was at 9:13 on 115.
That's a real shame. That's a real shame that Drew was right there. Oh,
Well, obviously it was in my brain for that.
who fell into which trap here? Well,
I fell into my own trap.
Yeah. I did nothing. This is great. I did nothing but be right. That was
I
just
set a trap for myself, and I fell in.
If you didn't tag me in that tweet, it wouldn't have been near as funny as it is right now.
Yeah, I really.
If you didn't say I agree with Drew, I
tweeted that you're right 5 minutes after you tweeted that. What a fucking gaffe on my part. Really fucked that up.
Oh man, that was like a Grant move.
Shut up.
That was. This is like Michigan hasn't produced any quarterbacks in the last 20 plus years that are better than Mitch Trubisky when Tom Brady exists. Caliber flaw in your
Yeah,
claim.
I should have left if I left the plus out. If I left the plus out, I'd be fine. If I left the plus out, I'd be fine. 20.
Yeah, you would have been fine.
Yeah, if you just said 20 years exact, you would have been perfect. You would have been golden.
Yeah,
but 20 plus years.
I thought about it.
I thought about 23.
It. I hit post.
Brady,
I hit send, and I stuck with it.
It was wrong, but you stuck with it.
I stuck with it. I wrote it out.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that was actually Big Dog Dad just had a perfect reference. Back in, I think it was like 2005, maybe.
3, 4 or something.
Chronicles of Riddick. That was the movie. It came out on Christmas Day. This girl we know saw it on like January 3rd, and on Facebook put a post up. Chronicles of Riddick, best movie of the year so far.
Nice. Yeah, it's basically the same thing that you just. I can't believe that you thought you trapped me this whole time. I knew exactly which tweet you were talking about. I was like, does Will remember tagging me in this or not?
I fucked that up bad. I fucked it up.
All right, so we got to get into gambling picks.
Yeah.
Yes, let's get into gambling picks.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Guess what?
Ravens minus 24 and a half.
I already placed my bet.
I like it.
Already placed it.
Okay.
And I placed Big Dog Dad's bet too because I like it.
But what's the Big Dog Son parlay? That's all we actually care about.
It doesn't come out until game day. You think you're going to get a review of that? Get the fuck out of here. That's
I don't know. I mean, we're here.
That's the special.
Yeah, that's a game day special. It's fine.
We'll go wait.
She goes scream at him. Give me your fucking gambling.
Hey, before we put any parlays on the board here. Anybody? I told everyone I was going to do this. I don't know if it was on Twitter or on here, but I have bet Odell Beckham as first team touchdown scorer for the Ravens. So the first person to score a touchdown for the Ravens this year, my bet, Odell Beckham. If you bet that right now on FanDuel, it's plus 800. So I put 10
Not
on
bad.
it and 80.
Not bad.
It's a nice little bankroll bet.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can be mad at turning $10 into $80, and I think that there's a good chance that happens. What's the rest of your parlay?
All right. Now, I had a 50% profit boost. So I think if you go on right now, I don't know if it's going to stick around. It's an any sport profit boost. So you should go
They
on.
only give that to people who lose, so I don't have that. But
I mean, I'm up $3,000. So
46 of my last 49 in basketball picks. So I'm on fire.
yeah, but you're leaving out that 46 of your last 49, those are in parlays. So you lost.
I lost 2 parlays and hit 3, so I don't know. I mean,
Right. So you didn't win 46 out of 49 bets. You had 46 out of 49 picks right inside.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay.
Most people would be that's pretty good. That's pretty good batting average. I'd be in the Hall of Fame.
So you're trying to poo-poo on me. I'm up 2,700 American dollars.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up, like
$700. So I'm
good.
good.
I mean, with your $1,000 units, that's really not that good.
Three units. On that. All right, so here's where I'm at. I have a 50% profit boost, any sport profit boost, and I honestly think that they're spying on me and know that I have been using DraftKings as well. I think that's why I'm starting to get more boosts. But anyway, because I've been winning bets on both books. But here's the bet: Dalvin Cook, anytime touchdown scorer; Odell Beckham, 25 plus receiving yards; Lamar Jackson, 40 plus rushing yards; Gus Edwards, 25 plus rushing yards. Plus 33.42 if you do hold on. Yeah, 33.42. I did a 50% profit boost, so I'm up to plus 50.12. So it's $25 to win 1,280. almost $1,300.
Yeah, I mean Dalvin's going to cost you, but that's still
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
you better off putting Gus on there.
Yeah, I'm putting Gus on there.
Well,
so on mine, I'm going to keep it.
You guys
simple.
don't know what the big dog dad parlay is, where I already have money on that. You guys don't know. My brain is ahead of yours, so far ahead.
I mean, given tonight's track record, we can't really trust your brain. So
you're right.
Forgive us for not thinking that it was functioning clearly in this moment.
Maybe I did that on purpose. Who knows?
3D chess in this bitch.
I'm gonna keep it simple. I got Lamar 2+ passing touchdowns.
I like that.
I got a Gus anytime touchdown. I got Gus 50+ yards, and I got an Odell anytime touchdown.
All right, you're gonna repeat that because I didn't take it down. Go ahead.
Lamar 2+ passing touchdowns. Gus anytime touchdown. Gus 50+ yards rushing, and Odell anytime touchdown.
TD, and you said 50+?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Odell.
Anytime touchdown. And I'm going to bet on Gus being the first touchdown scorer and Odell being the first touchdown scorer separately. I'm torn between which one of those two is actually the first one.
I'll probably do that too. You're right. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Because, I feel like one of those two is going to be the first one to score. I just don't know what it's going to be.
Okay.
So rather than putting that in the parlay, I'm going to go, conservative here and put $20 on either one and profit in the end.
All right, we'll do Big Dog Dad because he has his ready to rock. I know that much.
So all right. Lamar over 200, Gus over 50, Odell over 40, and at any time from Gus and Zay.
I like it. Anytime there's 8 touchdowns in the mix, I'm happy with that.
Odell over 40.
Oh, and I will be continuing the Ricard anytime touchdown solo bet.
Of course.
And I will be wearing Ryan Ricard jersey to the game in case anybody and my purple pants, my purple camo pants. So,
are you going to wear the jersey under or over your top layer? Because it's going to be cold as fuck.
Over. Okay. I'm gonna wear a hoodie. I'm gonna wear an Under Armour, a hoodie, and a jersey.
So hold on, one of these hoodies has to be a Zone 32 hoodie.
So it's probably gonna be the Charm City Signline hoodie, but I'm probably gonna have my wife wear the Zone 32 hoodie if we're being honest.
All right, perfect. Whatever. We just need it visible.
Not gonna be warm.
Yeah.
It's not a warm hoodie. It's a Gildan hoodie, so it's basically like it's a little bit heavier than a t-shirt. You just know how it's.
Yeah, the sideline hoodie that I have has a nice hood. It's warm, so.
Yeah, sideline hoodies are nice. They're insulated. All right. Yeah. Grant.
So I'm going Lamar 200+. I'm going Zay 40+. Mark Andrews and Gus anytimes, and Ravens -10.
Whoa.
Oh, there we go.
Will
you explain to Bob when that hits why it hit with the -10?
No, I can't help him at this point.
That's fair. Somebody has to. So I was going to volunteer you since you put in your bet, but I understand that you don't want to. I don't think anybody really wants to.
All right, Jake, give us your uneducated gambling picks.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, so obviously the state of California prohibits gambling and parlays and bullshit like that. But I'm going to give you some anyway because I feel like it. So I'm riding with y'all. Odell anytime touchdown. You brought him here for playoff Odell. Might as well make the most of it. I like Lamar 40+ rushing. I like Gus 50+ rushing. I like a Gus anytime tutty. And why not? Let's go likely 40+ receiving.
Oh.
The off chance Mark is back, but I mean maybe he's got a little bit of rust under him. Maybe likely is more of the featured tight end.
So you're looking at
Mark gets the sea legs under him.
As I say, you're looking at Mark as more of a decoy this week than an actual contributor.
Decoy.
Yes.
Then he can take it easy too.
Yeah.
Correct.
Avoid contact. All right. I don't hate that. I might actually as I'm typing it, I'm like
Jake usually gives out the plus 27,000 parlays, but that one might actually hit.
Mine might.
Hey, this might. Hey man, we still need to hear Trippy's parlay and all that, so that might be the one that gets your kids through college.
Right. It always is. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Y'all ready? All
right.
Lamar 200 yards, Gus 40. My bad. Lamar 40 rushing yards, Zay 40 receiving yards, Odell 25 receiving yards.
You said Odell?
Oh, my bad. Scratch that. Bateman 2 receptions, Zay 4 receptions.
Hold up. Just be clear. I want to know where we're picking up here. It's Lamar 200+, Lamar 40+, Zay 40+, and then from there we're going to.
We're gonna take Odell over 2.5 receptions. That's plus money.
So we'll go 2+. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna take Bateman 2+ receptions.
Okay.
And we're gonna take Zay Flowers 4 receptions. And on this parlay, I wasn't gonna do no anytime touchdown, but if I had to choose a player, I mean I trust any one of them can score, but give me Gus Edwards to score.
All right.
I'm gonna
If
throw
there
Gus Edwards.
was a prop that I could bet the mortgage on Rashad Bateman 2 catches and under 40 yards, I would.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Actually, yeah, that's a tasty parlay. I like that, Trippy.
So
I'm going to bet everyone's parlay this week.
So look, if you do that, right, that's a 10 leg, right? But also I like the Ravens -9.5.
Hold on. You said 10. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have 7.
Oh, that's because I left out. Oh, dang. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Did you put Gus 25 rushing yards? That's probably it. That's 8.
That's 8. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's 8. But I left out Bateman 25 receiving and Odell 25 receiving. I left that out.
Do you want to add them or not?
Yeah, add that. That's plus what? 41.75.
Right. Odell and Bateman, you said?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet all these parlays this week. I had a really good week last week, so I'm just gonna donate a little bit to the Zone 32 vibes. And I mean, hopefully they all hit.
And then we're all putting $32 on the 60-minute parlay. And then it's gonna hit this week.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's gonna hit.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I put $25 on it. I probably can get me an AFC championship ticket.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. And hey, I'll say this. I don't really want to go to any football games, but I will entertain the idea of going to the AFC championship game if we get there and if some of these parlays hit. So we'll revisit this next.
I'll go to the AFC championship game if somebody flies me down there, picks me up at the airport, and buys tickets.
Hey.
That's a much easier demand to meet than the one I had to go to the Chiefs.
Yeah, $100,000 or meeting Taylor Swift is a fucking wild ask. I tried. I failed, but I tried.
You tried both.
I wonder what she
had
going.
it cold. I thought I had it.
I wonder what gate she going to come through.
Well, the AFC championship game she'll come through.
No. Yeah. I said the gate. I wonder what gate she going to come through. She ain't going to come through the regular gate.
Yo, she's going to come through the truck delivery area.
Yeah, but
I ain't gonna lie. This parlay look good. I'm ready to just throw the $32 on there. Shit, I'd definitely be up in the AFC championship.
Hey,
there you go.
You know what else we got to do?
Songs.
Most important thing.
We got to do music picks.
That's right.
So I won last week by a wide margin.
There you go. So then Drew cannot participate in this one.
You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot what song you had again, Drew?
I had Hustler music.
That's right, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. I fuck with that.
Man,
yeah.
When
I can't close for a second.
I'm doing something.
I like that.
So my pick is going to be Big Dog Dad's going to take my pick.
I was going to say, we still need to get rid of somebody. So there we go. Jake, go first because nobody's going to vote for your option anyway. So
that's fine. They came close last week, so
yeah, because you had your little fucking Russian bots engaged, and I had to fucking put a quash on that real quick.
Now you see, you say Russian bots when we all know your system is so corrupt because you spread that to your Russian bot minions. Be like, vote for my thing, you sons of bitches.
They're real people.
For you.
They're real people with real pulses.
Yes, from Soviets and Russia. You have Russian disinformation agents just to get you to win the poll. I see how you are. You rigged the system. So corrupt. Totally corrupt. Corrupted.
Go for tell us your song nobody's going to vote for.
Scarface on my block.
Hold on. Say nothing. I have to get my thing up. Hold on.
There you go. Let me know when you're ready.
Scarface on my block.
Yep.
What's that?
Scarface
on my block.
Okay. Is it okay? Because last week
that's a cool
Grant
song.
tried to pull some shenanigans because I messed up one letter in his fucking name of his song. But
he spelled can't correctly. God forbid.
Yeah, but,
it's with a K, not a C.
But I also want to point out that if you're talking about wanting to sabotage people's picks, on Drew's, I spelled music with a K.
That's how it's spelled in the song.
That's how it's spelled in the song.
Exactly. I just didn't look yours up because honestly, I thought because of the era when it came out that they would have just spelled it correctly.
No, that's a newer song. That's I think DMX had already died when that came out.
It's a sample.
Really?
He took. So Lil Wayne took a sample from DMX and made a song with a
Yeah,
DMX
DMX has
in the
does the-
background.
does
Oh, I actually need to check that out then because I like both.
Oh
of them.
yeah. Oh, the chorus is like that. That's why I was like, yeah.
All right.
You
so-
weren't beating hustler music,
So
so
Jake's
No.
pick is Scarface on my block. Grant.
Yep.
Because you've been talking over everyone, just looking over everyone's mic.
I'm going with Flies Bag Alert featuring Rod Wave and Glock 9.
What the fuck, dude? That's so complicated. Just break it down.
Dude, Flies Bag Alert.
What's the word? The first word you're saying?
Plies.
bad.
Plies
Plies.
is the artist. PL.
How do you not know who
Yes.
Plies is?
PL.
Come on.
How do you not know who Plies is?
Jesus Christ, Will. How do you not know who Plies is?
Fucking around with me, go get that shit back.
Never in my life
Never
heard
heard
that.
of it. Never.
I need
Bag
the bitch
alert.
who
You
was-
100%
How the
have
fuck
heard.
you don't know who
He had a-
Plies
he
is?
had-
Really?
he had a
You gotta
song
be
got some
trolling me
fucking-
now.
He has
His
some
song with Neo,
Shakespearean
like,
type
in, like,
lyrics. It's
2009.
amazing.
Yeah, you know.
I can honestly tell you. Okay, I
If
know.
if I send you a picture of Plies, you'll know who he is. And you've heard Bust It Baby. I promise you that.
Never heard
You'd
of
be
it.
like, it's
Yeah,
Plies,
dude.
baby.
Plies. I'm telling you right now. It's
Sweet
not
Pussy
only the
Saturday.
first- no, it's not only the first time I've heard that is a musical artist. That's the first time I've ever heard someone say that word in my entire fucking life.
There's no way.
That's
There is-
crazy.
Will,
That's
Will, you
crazy.
said a lot of Plies.
Plies.
Plies. You know, Google him. You know who he is.
Just
Yeah.
listen to the song. It's a
You
new
know
it's
who he
like
is.
Wally for him, like 2019.
It's a song I know from Fucking around with me, go get that shit back.
Hold on, Jake. Do you know who this person is?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, who
Wow.
Plies is.
I don't know if it's come to Maryland yet.
Will, he was hot.
He's
Like,
like mid to late 2000 shit. He
He's
wasn't
been
my
around
thing.
since, like,
I
he had
know
a
who
song.
he
He had a
is.
song with
That shit back is
T-Pain.
hilarious.
Never in my
No
life.
way.
Dude,
All right, Will.
that's the fucking.
Will, I just texted you. I think his biggest song. So
I
he's
swear,
100%
I swear
heard
on a stack of Bibles, I'm off your ass. Fuck around with me, go get that shit back.
that's not the one. That's not the one that I sent him.
That doesn't matter. That's the song I know, and that's brilliant lyricism. It's hilarious.
Will, it's BAG space ALERT.
There's no way you
Plies.
don't know who this is. There's just no shot. He's like right in your wheelhouse of life too. So I can understand maybe you don't know the name, but you've definitely heard
He says we
songs
would
with
know
him.
if we saw him. It just that's a guy wearing a weird hat.
It's like a
Yeah, he makes videos with its fucking flat brim and down like this. He's got a grill. You know who he is.
never in my
I do not believe that you have not heard this song.
I've never heard.
Wait, just wait. There's no shot you haven't heard the T-Pain hook at least. There's no way you have not
You've
heard
never
that.
heard that?
There's no
There's
way
no
you have not
way.
heard that song. There's no
I
Never
way.
in my
refuse to
life.
believe it.
There's
Is that
no,
shouty?
there's no
That is
yeah.
crazy.
There's no way you don't.
Yeah,
know
there's
that.
a song.
Not a day in my life.
This is a bit.
That's
This is a bit.
wild.
There's no fucking chance.
never heard.
There's
heard of
Swear
it.
to you. Hold on. View album, 2007.
Yeah, there's-
I'm telling you, I swear to Christ, I've never heard of this guy. I've never heard that song.
I do not believe you. I just do not believe you.
He also has a song called "On My Dick."
Yeah, that's again. He's Sweet Pussy Saturday on Twitter was his thing.
Never heard of that.
He
Either.
makes like super sexual videos that he's in his car talking. Yeah, you definitely know. I refuse to believe you don't know who he is. That's like your wheelhouse of life.
What?
That's the
Did
problem.
we rehearse this? You didn't tell us this ahead of time. We've never
No.
heard of this fucking guy. in our life.
I do not believe you. I do not believe you.
Okay. Listen,
There's no way. There is no way. You are. That is like your prime of life. You know who he is. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Mountain. Any of that. Shit.
I have no idea who that is. I've never heard
I
of
can't.
in my life.
That is legitimately shocking.
All right, Grant. Good luck with this fucking no name guy.
Controversy
Plies
on the
ain't a
mic.
no
I'm
name.
s-
Plies
I am
Plies is old
stunned.
school.
I'm
Not even old
stunned
school.
you
He's
don't
like
know who he is.
Plies is late 2000 shit.
Yeah,
It's late
I'm-
2000s shit.
News to me, and guess what? Based on that little sample that I just played for me and Big Dog Dad, I will not be revisiting his Spotify page. Okay.
That was T-Pain,
Very bad.
Richard. That was
Huh?
T-Pain.
Yeah,
That was T-Pain.
That's him and
that you
T-Pain.
Whatever the sounds coming out of my phone were, I'm out.
That was T-Pain, not even Plies. Do you know what T-Pain is?
I do know what T-Pain is.
Okay, that's good. That would be just as shocking if you know what
McDonald's
T-Pain
song.
was.
He wrote the McDonald's song.
Yeah, he also did a song with your favorite artist, so
No, I know.
carried her, when she wanted to be a rapper.
Anyway, Trippy, what you got?
Yeah, Trippy, what's your song?
Hey, I got my man Lil Key. He from Baltimore. It's called "Who You With." It's a Ravens song. I don't know if it's on iTunes, but I'm gonna send
How
it
do
to
you
you
spell Lil
on.
Key? Is it L-O or L-O-W?
No, a key, like a key you put in the car.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
is it low key or
Oh,
low key?
my bad. Lil.
Oh,
Lil Key.
Yeah.
yeah. See, I mean, we were way off. All right.
I'm about to send it in the group chat.
What's the name of the song?
Who you with? Who you? Just the letter U with
Hey,
WIT.
Dad saw me type it. That's how I typed it. I fucking
Oh,
nailed it.
all right. I'm just making sure.
Oh, you don't know who
I'm a-
Plies is, so I don't know if you know how to spell. This has just totally
Well,
rocked my world
Big
tonight.
Dog Dad watched me type it. I just did. I fucking typed it and I pointed at him to say, "Hey, you see that?
It's true.
And then
There you go.
And then Trippy said, "You like the U, WIT." I fucking nailed
Street
it. Fuck you.
street cred still hasn't been restored. But
All right, I send it. I send it in the
Fine.
group chat in case I win. So yeah, Matt can be able to chop
Plies
that up.
is not Baltimore. Plies is not Maryland. He's some fucking bitch.
no, he's Florida.
No,
I
he's
can't-
talking about
no,
Lil
I-
Key.
Hey, bro, I can't
Lil
believe
Key's
you don't
from
know who
Maryland.
Plies is, bro. That's
no,
crazy.
That's
I'm saying.
stunning.
I know how Lil Key spells his song. I don't know how fucking Plies, this unknown bitch, does.
I'm stunned
Dude,
if you do not know
yeah.
who he is. Like that is legitimately
Pli-
shocking
Plies-
information.
Plies
I
was a
can't get
name
over
for
that.
a minute, like
Yeah.
like a mainstream
Jake-
radio name
Jake-
for a minute.
Jake fucking
Plies
knows
used
who
to
he
come
is.
out with them videos every day.
I
He'd be
know
like,
who
why
he
are
is.
you so
Yeah,
mad?
Like I said, you know my taste, but I know who he is. That's the thing. So anyway,
Shocking.
long overdue. Big Dog Dad's song. What is it?
We got JT Money. Who that?
I have no idea who the fuck that is. But there you go.
Yo, Plies. JT Money. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my
Grant,
Buddy,
you
hell
know,
no.
you know this. Grant's trying to look away because he's about to fucking start breaking out.
You said JT Money, who that?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, Grant. Oh, he was frozen. Grant,
Let me
JT
see.
Money,
I
who
ain't never
that?
heard that.
You know JT Money, who that?
No.
Oh my.
What the fuck is that?
Listen, you two don't know who fucking Plies is. You can't be talking
If
about
I hear this,
who knows
if
what.
I hear this song, I might.
Oh yeah, well you're about to. All right, we're gonna play this shit. Hold on.
Oh, speaking of which, Will, that album I sent you earlier, Incendiary.
Yeah,
Listen to that shit. Banger.
willing to. Yeah.
Fucking like look at Google and figure out who Plies is before you listen to any shit Jake's saying. What the
I just
fuck?
played it. I played it live.
Plies.
on the podcast.
Plies is bad. Incendiary is good.
Hey, yo, you talking about this song, yo?
can't hear anything anyway.
Who
Oh
that,
yeah,
who
yeah,
that?
that one. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
all right, oh, all right.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
ain't
heard
never
that.
know I ain't never know what was his name though. Oh, we got some competition this week.
Yeah, right? This is a song right here. This is a real deal song. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Can't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm not playing it yet, motherfucker.
Maybe click play. It's
Hold
the
on.
big arrow.
I'm
I
connected.
feel like I'm gonna win this week.
You
Yeah,
know, I'm
we'll
not voting
find
for Jake.
out.
I'm not voting
We'll
for
find
Jake.
out.
I'm not
You
voting
putting the
for Jake
poll
on
out
principle.
tonight? When you
I
putting
mean,
the poll out
that's too
tonight?
bad for you. On my block is a fucking hitter. That song's tight.
Yeah, but you picked it, so I'm not voting for it. Just out of principle.
That's fair because Drew is a man without taste. That has become apparent.
I have phenomenal taste. That's why I win more times than not.
Your phenomenal taste is a luxury dinner at fucking Burger King. What are we talking about?
Why are
I
we
had some Burger
slandering?
King
Why are we
earlier.
slandering the king? Why are we slandering the king?
I had some Burger King earlier.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I
Fucking
fuck with burgers, but I don't like Whoppers. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, fucking
I mean,
Jake orders burgers
you-
from Buffalo Wild Wings, talking about who's got taste and who doesn't. The fuck we doing here?
Bro, that
Y'all remember-
burger from Buffalo Wild Wings shits all over anything the King has ever produced, including the
Every time I
Whopper,
think of
the
Buffalo
Bacon
Wild
King,
Wings-
the Impossible Whopper,
Chicken
whatever you can
fries.
think of.
Chicken. I don't know
Oh yeah,
what the
that's the
fuck's
song I
going.
just played.
I don't know what's happening.
That was the song I just played.
This sounds like Jake dying because of whatever quality is going on.
It sounds like drowning.
JT Money has died.
That's fair.
What's up
JT
now?
Money.
That's fair.
What's up now? Listen.
We couldn't hear a single thing that was going on during that.
Couldn't hear anything at all.
It sounded like it was underwater.
Will must be took him an edible or something, man.
Listen.
Well,
I mean, I
well-
was connected, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it said it was connected. I did
Going
exactly.
after computer.
Yeah.
No. We heard the song though. We heard it, but it sounded like it was drowned.
Yeah. It was the way it came through. It was not. I don't know what was going on there. It's a tough night for
It's all
me.
right though.
You and Big Dog Dad were fucking wilding out over here.
But anyway,
People to start
speaking of drowning, that's gonna do it for this week's installment. we will be back to discuss this, that, and the other. Hopefully preview the AFC Championship game, because fuck that other shit. But meanwhile, it's time for me to die.
Something hit there. I don't know what that was.
Zone 32.